And we are live. Hey, everyone. Welcome to the Regrid webinar. Very excited for this particular conversation because we are going to be talking about the product that we launched this morning. It's still very fresh off the presses.
Right.
And that's what we're going to be talking about. But let's start off with some introductions. Joining me here is Jerry Paffendorf, our CEO and co-founder. Hey, Jerry.
Hey, Sahana. Hey, Steve.
And Steve Stautzenbach, our Chief Revenue Officer. Hey, Steve.
Good morning, afternoon.
Afternoon, yeah. And I'm Sahana Murthy, the Chief Product Officer here. These are familiar faces. I'm sure you've seen us in one of these before. And let's get started. So we had a pretty good product launch this morning, something that was in the works for months.
Right.
In fact, from before the rebrand, we paused it for a bit and focused on the rebrand, Regrid rebrand, and then we resumed the work on it back again. Is the nationwide land parcel data plus matched building footprints product that we launched this morning. And that's right, it is a mouthful. And because it's a mouthful, you know that this was a massive effort. So this is an amalgamation of two spatial data sets that actually are categorically different, yet very interrelated, very linked, very helpful for a lot of projects, for a lot of geospatial projects, for a lot of companies that work in this space and that are looking for additional location context and certainty. And that's what this is. This is essentially our nationwide parcel data, over 150 million parcel records, standardized, over 3,000 counties, covering 99% of the American population, matched and pre-joined with over 156 million building footprints, geometries across the nation.
No big deal, right? No big deal, yeah.
Just only 150 odd million records in both the data sets. But that's what this is. This is one combined solution. It's essentially a parcel data solution that comes pre-joined with a layer of location certainty that building footprints provide. So this
all the land plus all the building.
Right.
Yeah, and I have to say this is like the best birthday present I could get too, because I had a birthday yesterday. I turned a big 4-0, and it was like, nationwide parcels plus buildings. So good work, team.
Did you?
Maybe we should have launched yesterday, but we are launching today.
Yeah.
I thought about it. I was laughing because I was like, I was kind of joking. Like, ever since I was a young child, my one dream had been to be involved in a nationwide parcel product with matched building footprints. And we achieved it, except it was a day late. So no, it actually did go live last night. So we made it.
Did you get my birthday present, Jerry? The walking stick that I sent over yesterday?
Oh my goodness, no, I didn't get the cane yet. So I've been hobbling around all day. I'm sorry that's late.
That's a little joke for anyone who turns 40 here at the Regrid family. All right, so let's talk about this product. What this means essentially is that our customers don't have to go to two different places to get this data set. They don't have to actually go through the whole eval process and all the things that one needs to go through in identifying the data sets that they want to work with. But moreover, once you get the data, there is a considerable amount of ETL work, data consumption, data ingestion, matching work that most data teams go through when they work with massive data sets, spatial data sets especially. And that is what we've factored for with this one combined product. So let's talk about it right there. So Steve, why don't you walk us through why we did this, why we invested our time, our energy, our engineering hours into this massive product. Clearly there was demand, but there's more to it than just demand.
Sure. So I think the idea of the demand really across our customer base, our parcel data is used in so many major sectors of our economy for so many use cases that really are all about hyper understanding, accurate understanding of what's going on the land. And all the places our nationwide parcels go into, and all the workflows and processes and decision junctures that they drive. Everyone needs to know yet even more detail. And I think the idea that we could bring that to them, that we could bring insights into the buildings that are on the parcels as a next layer down insight into what's going on the land is very important. And yes, as you mentioned, it alleviates the need of sourcing that category separately, negotiating yet another license agreement, figuring out the schema structures on your own, and bringing it in for deployment, be it into a spatial app, be it into a data warehouse, or into an AI machine learning model.
That's right. And I do want to drive home the fact that we've been in the parcel data business for a while now, and over the past few years, our singular focus was perfecting this data and making our data more robust. And as we talked more to our customers, what we found, this is not really new information, but this is just validation to what we already knew, is that parcel data is really the foundational data set for anybody that works with location projects. It is the main base level data that most people require. And what we saw was most of our customers were working with parcel data plus additional location data sets of some sort that needed to be matched at a parcel level. So that becomes the base, and that's the journey that we are currently on. Is we are the base data provider, and we are adding additional layers of location context and location certainty, starting with building footprints. And we are taking the guesswork out of the matching and the joining and doing that ourselves and handing it to you as one solution, so that it's faster time to market for you. You can start working with the data as soon as you get it. Your ingestion, data consumption process, the time spent is probably cut by half because of some of the match work that we have done. And then you can be on your way to your spatial projects. And that's why this is a parcel data solution. This is just like we have our standard tier, which comes with our parcel geometries with 100 odd attributes in our standardized schema that we've woven into the standardized schema. And then we've added an additional layer of context on top of it with our premium data set, which comes with nationwide normalized
land use classification,
the residential vacancy indicators. Actually, it also has building footprint, square footage, and number of structures per parcel, which our new data set is actually informing now. And then on top of this particular stack sits the new stack, which is our premium parcel data set with all the goodness of the land use classification, comes standardized building footprints, complete with standard schema. We've treated this just as we would treat our data, right? So it has the standard schema. It has a join table where every structure and building is matched against our parcel with our universal UUID. Universal UID, I should say. and yeah, so it comes combined as one solution so it's easy. It's one-stop solution, essentially, one place for all service and support. Go ahead, sorry.
No, you just said one stop, easy, and I think we should reinforce how we get this data to our customers. So this new parcel SKU, as with our standard and our premium, and now the premium plus match footprints, deliverable as bulk data in a wide variety of formats to match the platform that you're delivering it to. Direct to cloud deliveries, be it Amazon or Google, and our enterprise grade API, the Parcels plus footprints can be deployed in your app with but a few lines of code as tiling layers for visual reference to the parcels and the buildings on the parcels, and then the call for the record that informs about the parcel and about the building that's on the parcel as a call for a parcel record.
That's right. So both is our bulk delivered files and API and tiles, vector and raster, both apply to this product as well. I just want to quickly plug in that this will also be available on our data store shortly in a few days. So you will be able to get county level data For those of you who don't work with large-scale data at scale, this is available to you. And for all of our mapping platform customers, Pro and Team, you have this available to you as a map layer. So you can overlay it on top of our parcels and for your spatial analysis and for your projects. I want to give a quick shout out to our partners at Earth Define, without whom this product would not have been possible. We partnered with the folks at Earth Define, Vikapa Jaitley and Matthew Whitley. Both of them have joined us right now here. They are attending and watching us. Thank you so much for all your support and help. Hey, guys. Earth Define is our partner, our buildings footprints partner. We worked with them closely, and their buildings data is derived from AI and LiDAR. What that means is that it's greater coverage, even in rural areas. That's why it's more than 156 million building footprints. And also in places where historically buildings footprints data have been harder to obtain. And it's been a wonderful journey for us, and it's been an absolute pleasure for our team to work with their team. And we are very similar in a lot of ways, and we collaborated on this product, and and today was the launch day. So thank you, Vikapa. Thank you, Matthew.
Thank you, guys.
I think you nailed why this partnership works to enable us to bring this product to market. The nationwide coverage, where we go border to border and needed a footprint partner that also goes border to border. Our drive for keeping data current, a great currency and updating process to the building footprints, that dovetails nicely into how we drive to keep our parcel data current in front of our customers. Then our ability to bring this combined solution set with a very market leading value proposition. We put our list pricing for end user deployment out there right on our website, and you'll see that the list pricing for the national file or for a state file is very attractive. And if anyone has ever tried to shop parcel data from within our category and separately stepped over to building footprints to source, you'll see this combined price dramatically changes the economic value proposition of what you can accomplish by working with us on this new product.
Absolutely. And I think that's what differentiates us is I think I want to take a moment just to talk about how we have always priced our solutions and our products. It's very key to our DNA here at Regrid is quality at superior economics or smarter economics. When we first started, it was all about democratizing data. And then when we started working with public data, essentially this is public data that we work with. But we take that data, we clean it up, we curate it, we weave it into a standardized schema. And that makes it easy for anybody to work with data at scale, such a large data set, which tends to be so disparate at a county by county level. Two counties within the same state don't even have the same kind of data or recorded or documented in a similar way. We discussed this last week on our GeoAwesomeness webinar as well. And that's really what drives our pricing is the magic that we weave into this data to make it easy to work with, the formats we provide it in, the ease of implementation of working with this data. And that's why our pricing has always been the way it is. And why we are affordable.
Absolutely.
And good to do business with, because the value we offer for our product is right there. Our ease of how you can step into understanding the data with all the published documentation, schemas, coverage maps, currency tables, and ease of getting into evaluating and working with the data to ensure that it works within your platform, be it spatial, be it data warehouse, be it AI, machine learning modeling.
Yeah, and the transparency, right? Our pricing is on our site, our schema, our coverage report. It's there for everyone to see. So you can actually make some of the assessment yourself before you even begin a conversation with our team. And then from there, it's usually smooth sailing. And for most part, you'll see most of us this way, very friendly and smiling all the time. Uh, what else do we want to talk about? I do want to quickly mention that Meg on our team has been putting in useful information on the chat. The easiest way for you to begin this conversation with us, if you're interested to try out this data, if you want to learn more, have deeper conversations, evaluate this data, it could be the bulk data or the API or tiles, please email us at parcels@regrid.com. We are always available. We're very approachable as a team, and we want to get started with you as soon as possible. All right.
You guys have covered everything great. I mean, I think the only thing that I would underscore here is just how truly foundational this data set feels for anybody doing any kind of spatial data, any kind of spatial analysis. Because we know that the amount of spatial data, the different types of spatial data sets, it's essentially infinite, right? But if you're trying to pin them in space, what's the most foundational piece? The land parcels, and then the buildings within and joined to those land parcels. And from there, anything else can match to that. So even if your work is not about real estate or land per se, these are essential insights that you can now plug into to help color and get greater context about anything you're doing that you're putting on maps or looking at what's near each other in spaces. And that's what makes this so fun to work on. And that's what I feel like this product launch is really about, is it's like truly now providing that foundation for location intelligence and location context. So it's just really fun to work on with you guys. It feels like it's not yet another product launch. Everybody's trying to put cool stuff out all the time. This one feels like we're kind of like shifting up the game, and we want to work with anybody who's putting stuff on maps and doing location context. So yeah, good stuff.
Then I think it's, our company, Regrid tagline, shaping location intelligence. This is certainly a delivery against that promise by bringing these additional insights into the buildings on the parcels, related to the parcels. But it's not where we stop. Sahana and team are probably exhausted from getting this launch out the door, but our roadmap has plans to continue down that path. The idea that the land parcel that is owned, transacted, taxed, fought over time is the fulcrum around which additional location insights can be brought to bear. We're bringing this building insights to bear and additional roadmap plans to delve deeper into what's going on the land parcels in the nation.
Yeah. Steve, do we want to talk at all about any of our use cases or something?
Sure. Like that? I mean, look, the use cases are range, and they exist in so many industries. They exist in insurance and real estate and government and utilities, oil and gas, and the technology industry. But the use cases, I mean, parcels plus building footprints deployed in a spatial app. The most basic use case is that visual confirmatory insight. This is the property or the set of properties that we need to go do something on, seek to transact, build, develop, service, or whatever. It is it. And there's the building in relationship to the parcel. So when deployed spatially, there's all sorts of determinations that can just be completed visually. Then there is all the spatial analysis that can be done. You may have need to understand the parcel in context of its neighbors and surrounding community, but you may have additional need to understand the building for distance to, adjacencies, distance from freeways. So now it's the buildings are objects as the parcels are objects. So you can do all your spatial math. You can take it up into higher level use cases where you're starting to assess large swaths of land for interesting location opportunities. A basic one would be, let's take a look at parcels where there is a building, but the ratio of building square footage to parcel square footage perhaps presents an additional development opportunity. Yeah. Such as, say, here in San Diego and California on the whole, where ADUs and additional development on properties is all now been codified at the state government level. So you have the ability to take the data in bulk and start to identify opportunities. And now you're taking two pieces of geometry and working on an analytic between them to identify development sources. And the list goes on from that. Each of those records, the parcel and the building, become elements that you can relate your internal data to. You may have records about buildings, tenants, services, use cases, histories, and now you've got the building object and the ID with which to relate your data to. So when you deploy it in a data warehouse environment, you've got that opportunity to start relating third-party data sets and your own internal data sets to the parcel, to the building, or both, depending on your construct.
Yeah, wow. As well, very well put together, Steve. Can we talk a little bit about, Steve, you've been in the parcel industry for so long now. Would you say this is the first time this is being done at a parcel level, something like this?
Yeah, well, I think that's a key element. Yes. Customers, we have so many customers that have also brought building footprints to bear against their needs and their use cases, but they've had to go do that independently and then dialogue with us about how the data lines up spatially and how to relate it together. Now we're doing all that work. So yes, I would say this is, while the concept of building footprint data as a category is not new, it's been around a number of years also, as the parcel data category. The idea that this is a skewed solution with the join tables for convenience and ease and saving time across from everything from evaluating to licensing to deployment, that this is a first in that respect.
Right. It's kind of like, it's like innovation through combination and convenience. But it's a big one. Those are the things that matter sometimes, right? Joining elements in a new way. So
clients can get on to what they're trying to accomplish sooner, faster, and with superior licensing economics.
Yeah. And we use the word economics. I want to talk about why we do that is because we're also factoring in the cost, the time spent by our customers in finding a solution, evaluating a solution. And then once you get the solution, two different companies have different service SLAs, and then you get the data, and then your team, your data team, has to actually figure out and create a new workflow for ETL, for matching. Spatial joins are always easy to do, but then working with different formats, different types of data, different geographies, you need to be able to match this data at some level. And when it's coming to you pre-joined and matched, it's a lot of time spent, a lot of reduction in time spent, a lot of reduction in costs and greater ROI. That's why we use the word economics, because pricing and the reduction in costs put together is high value for our customers. All right, I think we covered pretty much everything. To all the data nerds out there, we have a really nice join table that we would love to discuss and drift with you. Our data team is waiting for some comments and feedback and some stimulating conversation around it. So please reach out to us, ask for a sample, and let's get the conversation started today. Parcels@regrid.com. And for all of you joining us live, thank you so much. We are very, very excited. This was a lot of hard work, but this is the first of many such product launches that's coming up for us. So stay tuned. There's more enhanced location context coming from Regrid. And I will upload this webinar as a video. So if you haven't been able to watch this live, you can always consume it at a later time. But thank you all. And please feel free to reach out to us as soon as possible. Thank you, Steve.
Thank you, Sahana.
And thank you to the Earth to Find team. Talk to you guys soon. Thanks, everybody.